Well, as you know, General Conference Session 2025 has not disappointed us in the least, and all the stories and interviews we've had have been amazing. I have with me Michael Schulze, the president of Health Restored, and you got to hear what God has put on his heart. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Pastor John. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. Michael Schulze. Now, is it Dr. Michael Schulze or just Michael Schulze?
It's just Michael Schulze.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Health Restored.
Yes, so Health Restored Ministries International is a nonprofit 501c3 founded in the state of Arizona. Mm-hmm. We've been in existence for about 3 years now.
Okay.
And, we're about health and wellness and following actually Ellen White's blueprint for the last days.
Okay.
Wanting to have a lifestyle center, medical missionary training school, hygienic restaurant, and really using the health message as the entering wedge to reach people for Christ.
Yes. Now, when did God put this on your heart?
Well, it's actually not my vision personally. I actually, through a divine appointment, met our naturopathic doctor, who's now our vice president.
Okay.
I was going to a free medical clinic, and I asked the Lord, please, Lord, I'm praying for a divine appointment to meet someone that knows about medical missionary work. My wife and I got sick, couldn't go, and then I saw on a live stream she was talking about the long-term effects of COVID. And at the very end, she says, if there's anyone interested in starting a lifestyle center in Arizona, please contact me. I did, and that's kind of how things began for my wife and I.
What would you say is unique about Health Restored's ministry?
Great question. I think probably one of the biggest things is that there is currently no lifestyle center in the state of Arizona, so we'll be establishing the very first one there that's going to be fully featured, and it's just amazing how the Lord has been leading in our ministry.
Okay. What kind of staffing do you have, or how many people are working with you?
Great. We actually have 6 members of our board, my wife and myself. We have Dr. Rennell Holloway, who is our naturopathic doctor and RN. We have Ugana Woods, who's also a pediatrician. We have a gentleman, Carl Holman, who's been in the construction business for over 40 years. And then we also have Mike O'Brien, who's actually experienced the 8 laws of health himself. He's dropped 100 pounds, got off medication, and he's kept it off. And so we're so thankful to have this living testimony.
Now, as you talk about the Health Restored Retreat Center, let's just go into that. Where are you talking about this being located, and what has God put on your heart for that?
Yeah, so this is an amazing story. Back in April, my wife found this property online. It had just been posted like about an hour before. It was in an area that we hadn't looked at for at least 5 or 6 months. And she said, Mike, you got to come take a look at this. I did, and I said, we got to tell the board. Told the board, contacted the realtor. The realtor said, you got to have proof of funds before you come and see this property.
So about how much was the property?
So they currently were asking $2.9 million.
Okay.
It's a turnkey property. It has a guest house with 8 bedrooms and bathrooms. It's got 3 duplexes, another building with a commercial kitchen and dining hall, an outdoor pool and desert oasis. It's got 2 wells on it.
In the desert?
Well, it's actually up in the mountains. The elevation there is around 5,300, so you got really nice 4 seasons there.
Wonderful. Now, how are you trusting the Lord to make this a reality? Because I want you to tell our viewers how they can get in touch, your website, and find out how they can partner with you to make this a reality.
Sure. And I'll just share this little bit of information. Back in December of last year, our board decided we need to be praying on a nightly prayer call, and so we have not stopped. We've been asking for 3 specific things: more personnel, a location, and for funding. And so the Lord has opened the door for this property. And because of this property, we've created a couple of YouTube videos, and that has spread the word, and people have been calling me like, hey, what is about this property? I want to be a part of this. And so now we're to the point that we are believing. Let me back up. When we first found out about this property, our board said we have to pray and say, Lord, if this is not the property, please close the door, make it apparent that we are not supposed to pursue this property. If it is your will, please open the doors. And the Lord's been opening every single door along the way. And so in the last 3.5 weeks, the property has just been reduced by the owner by $800,000.
Wow.
It is now $2.1 million.
Okay, instead of that's huge.
That is absolutely huge, and that goes along with Ellen White's counsel that people would be lowering prices, to very minimal. And for all these buildings to be on this 160
Everything you need.
acres, everything we need, it's turnkey, ready to go.
So look at our viewers right here and let them know how they can get in touch with your ministry, where they can go to find out about how they can donate.
All right. So you can go to our website. It is healthrestoredministries.org. You can also call and text us at 480-873-0755.
And that's the place where they could donate and find out more about it.
They can go to our website and there's a donate link button there.
Well, thank you, Michael, so much.
Thank you so much.
God is
Appreciate it.
not only restoring your faith, but He's looking to restore other people's health.
Amen.
And I know
Amen.
God will bless you with that property.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining us. As you can see, the Lord wants us all to prosper and be in health, and you can be a part of making this ministry experience the dream that God has for them. Stay tuned.
Amen.